This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to Holocron Histories, Star Wars Canon versus Legends, where we're going to take a deep dive into the lore of the Star Wars universe.
Hello and welcome to the Holocron Histories podcast, where we talk about all the lore of Star Wars, Legends versus Canon. I'm one of your hosts, Austin, also known as Teacup.
And I am your other host, Ben of Temeria.
And today we are here with our lovely patron chat. So we have one of our Darth Sith Lord, no, what is it? Jedi Masters,
And
Dark
Darth.
Lord of the Sith.
Yeah, Darth.
Yeah, Darth tier. So we have Penguin with us. Penguin Ninja, hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. So today we're here to talk about all things Mandalorian Season 3 that we know, which is great because we just got off our first episode covering the Legends material of the Mandalorians. And so fitting to kind of talk about that.
I just now noticed that we kind of I didn't realize we made a theme out of this until now.
Yeah.
Isn't it
the next
great?
3 weeks is all Mando.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, we have that new trailer that dropped, a couple weeks, like a week or two ago for Season 3. It looks like we're going to get another Order 66 scene from what we see in the trailer.
Yeah, sure.
You sound you're not excited to see another Order 66 scene. Is it because we've seen so many of them and we know what happens?
It's just Dave's getting predictable.
But the thing is, though, is it Dave Filoni writing it? I thought it was Jon Favreau.
They're a team on this. I mean,
that's fair.
Let's be real. Jon Favreau is the money behind Mandalorian. He's like the let's market this, let's do this. He's the one who's like, I'm a Star Wars geek, so let me tell you how I think Star Wars geeks will respond to this. But Dave Filoni is the one doing all the lore.
That's fair. That is fair. So, as far as Season 3 goes, obviously we left off Season 2 with, or actually not even Season 2, Book of Boba, because that follows through suit with Mando. We see, Mando and Grogu reunited again, and Mando's awesome new Naboo starfighter, which is hands down the best ship that we probably have seen in recent Star Wars. Decked out Naboo starfighter, heck yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, where do you guys think this is going to go? I mean, obviously, he says in the trailer, I need to go to Mandalore, and he's talking to the armorer. Okay, and I guess he's there to, redeem himself as a Mandalorian. But the thing is, he's technically Mandalore, because he has the Darksaber. You're muted, Teacup.
who knows what's happening. Penguin, what are your kind of thoughts on the episode or on the trailer and the things we saw? What do you expect to see there?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. Well, we know he's going to Mandalore. I think it's going to end with Bo-Katan getting the Darksaber, because that was kind of that seemed to be a point of tension in the end of season 2. So I think that's where it's going to end, but I'm not entirely sure what it's going to be in between.
That's fair. I mean, the trailer tells us a lot, but also barely anything at all. I mean, we get, okay, he goes to Mandalore. Oh, he wants to redeem himself as a Mandalorian. It's like, okay, we get that. We kind of got that through, like, at least the whole redeeming himself in season 2. Thing is, though, like, I kind of hope Bo-Katan doesn't get the Darksaber back, because she lost it in the first place, so why should she be the one to take it back? And I don't know. Maybe, something happens to where Den becomes Mandalore, but like he reunites all the clans again under him. Who knows?
Yeah. So like this is where like Legends and canon kind of divulge a little bit for me, in that in Legends, Mandalore is something that you either take or you claim.
Mm-hmm.
So, Canderous takes Mandalore by the right of like, I found the mask that was lost, by right of like achievement. Whereas, like Maul takes Mandalore from Pre Vizsla by right of combat and conquest, which are different things going on there. So it's kind of like they've replaced like the Mandalore mask with the Darksaber.
Yeah.
But by all intensive purposes, like Din Djarin won the Darksaber, so he could rule Mandalore if he wanted, or he could not. And I think he doesn't view himself, based on Book of Boba, he doesn't view himself as a Mandalorian because he was cast out by the armor.
Yeah, but isn't the armor part of they're part of, isn't a sect of Death Watch or something like that?
They're called the Children of the Watch. I'm not quite sure exactly what they are, but
because if that's the case, I mean, like, yeah, the armor cast him out, but by all rights, he can just like, okay, if I'm not a Mandalorian, then you're not either, because I'm Mandalore. Screw you. Like, he can do so much reform for the man. Like, honestly, he could bring back the Mandalorians back to their old ways prior to, like, the formation of the peaceful era with Satine.
Right.
So I doubt he will, because that's not in his nature that we've seen. He's like pretty much a free kind of a spirit. Like, he just does what he kind of wants in a way.
But that's the thing. I don't know, when you might have thoughts about this, but we don't know what Din Djarin wants. He's never really said anything like, this is what I want.
True.
He's always been given tasks and directions by other people. It's like he's a PC in a like mid-2000s RPG. Hey, go do this thing.
He's just set on so many fetch quests, he doesn't know what to do.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't... other than like him protecting Grogu, like I don't know what his purpose is and what he wants.
Yeah, it seems like protecting Grogu is his main focus, but he doesn't know what is the best way, like the best path to do that. So maybe going to Mandalore will help him like find the path that he's looking for.
Yeah, that's always possible. I mean, we've seen in the trailer that possibly, obviously, there's like the end scene with all the lightsabers. That's obviously Order 66, because that's kind of plain and simple what's in the temple. But I know there's speculations we could see possibly another Jedi in this season, which would be interesting. Maybe that could, like, I don't know, spice things up to where, oh, hey, there's this overarching thing you need to do at Mandalore. Besides of like taking Grogu there or taking the Darksaber back to Bo-Katan or something like that. What if, this is just my speculation, we possibly could see Ezra Bridger randomly be in like season 3?
Well,
or Sabine. And like something connect to the something that we will get to connect to the Ahsoka series, because that will be this summer.
Right. I hope that we don't get Ezra in that show, because like I want to explore the mystery of what he was doing out in the unknown regions with Thrawn, and so if he's back, like it takes away all of the like suspense.
Okay, have Sabine there.
This is my thing about the Jedi. I do not think that we should have any more Jedi survive past the start of A New Hope.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense, because, you know...
And you guys can disagree, maybe you have different thoughts, but I just feel the more Jedi that are alive post start of A New Hope, the less important Luke Skywalker is.
Yeah, I was going to say it diminishes his importance as the role as quote-unquote the Last Jedi.
Right.
So.
And I think it also makes these Jedi look bad. Like, we can say that, you know, Ahsoka was out probably helping the rebellion in other places.
And she's technically also not a Jedi.
Well, yeah, that's...
she's whatever. Just a
but, you know...
order.
But it says, I think it diminishes Ahsoka's character, too, if, you know, oh, there's some weird reason that she's not at the Battle of Endor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like she would be involved. Like, she would hear of Luke and be like, Skywalker. Like, she would, like, get involved in that. Right. I think it diminishes her character for her to not be. And so I think that the more Jedi that survive post original trilogy, post A New Hope, diminishes kind of their role in, like, it diminishes their character and it diminishes Luke Skywalker's character.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's understandable. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, besides that, like, seeing Jedi stuff in the trailer, we do see, I don't know if anybody noticed, Mando has a droid in his ship, like, docked onto the top of his Naboo starfighter. I don't know if anybody noticed.
I did. I thought that was interesting in that hates droids, but now Grogu doesn't get his little, like, compartment, and that makes me sad, because I liked that.
I mean, I'll be honest, the best part of that trailer was when Grogu pushed the button and, like, they freaking sped up and he said, "Woo!"
Now this is pod racing.
Oh my gosh.
I will never miss an opportunity to throw in a baby Anakin quote.
Do you have any thoughts, Penguin?
Yeah, I definitely think the Jordan the Starfighter is interesting. We did see him start to become a bit more lenient on his hatred towards droids in like the later season.
I think it was like late season 1. You kind of see him like okay, not all droids are bad because IG-11, and then season 2, heck, he had droids work on his ship on a regular basis.
Yeah, on Tatooine, he was just like, yeah, whatever. You did fine the first time. Go for it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, that's cool. He gets his own droid. It looks like it's an R4 unit or R5 unit from what I've seen.
Something like that.
Because of the dome shape. Yeah, I think it might be... Yeah, it's either R4 or R5, because the droid I have sitting on my stand here is an R6. So...
Right.
So, but there's that, and I'm trying to remember everything else that happened in that trailer. It was a good 2-minute trailer. I can't think of anything. Crap. Yeah, season 3.
We do see Mandalorians like dropping out of the sky, fighting. We do see all of that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Got some drop troopers. Yeah.
Yes. So why don't we take our break real quick, and then we can come back and talk about kind of the siege of Mandalore, basically.
Sure.
And like where we can kind of go over like where Mandalore is at the start of this season.
Sure.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast instead of doom scrolling? Smart move. Another smart move? Getting help from one of State Farm's 19,000 local agents when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
At ZocDoc, we know being a healthy adult is like living in a video game. Every day has side quests, taxes, laundry, birthdays, and just when you're leveling up, you have to book a doctor. The insurance portal crashes, they put you on hold, your doctor doesn't take your plan, game over. We see you, so we made booking a doctor easy. Download ZocDoc, search by specialty, insurance, and availability. Book instantly, no cheat codes required. Find a doctor you love with ZocDoc.
Well, welcome to the middle of the show where we talk about what has to do with the podcast, but not the lore. It's here where we thank our patrons like Penguin. Thank you so much for your support. And if you would like to come and support us and come and hang out on these shows, you can do that by going to patreon.com/holocronhistories and signing up for the Jedi Master /Darth tier. And you can come and join us on these episodes here. If you can't come and join us, you can support us by leaving ratings and reviews on Apple and Spotify. If you leave us a review, a 5-star review with some words, we will read it out on a future episode of the show. Ben, I do not think we have a review to read today.
I do not believe so. We do not.
All right. Other than that, you can come and hang out with us on Discord. You can find us on the Cups Podcasting and More Discord server and the Robots Radio Network Discord server. You can find a channel for this show on both of those servers. You can also find channels for our other shows. We do a plethora. This is the only show that we host together.
True.
That is the correct statement, Ben. Unlike last time.
Yes.
If you want to see Ben talk about some other games that you like to enjoy, like The Witcher or Assassin's Creed, he does guest frequently on The Witcher, and he is on our Ezio Part 1 in the Assassin's Creed Lorecast. So if you want Ben's thoughts on that, you can go check him out on those shows.
Yes, and you can also check me out on my other show, the Wizarding World Lorecast. And I do want to remind everyone, we do record these episodes live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm trying to remember how many hours that is. So if you guys want to join us on the live shows, feel free to follow me at Ben of Temeria on Twitch. That is where we do the live recordings.
Yeah. Come hang out with us and give us your comments in real time.
Yes. But I think that's it.
I think that's it.
All right. Back into more Mandalorians.
This episode is brought to you by Tidy Cats, here to level up your litter game with their new Performance Plus lineup. Your home is your happy place, your cats VIPs. So when it comes to the litter box, excellence isn't optional. Choose from products that specialize in max power clumping, low tracking, or odor fighting so advanced, stink won't see it coming. Tidy Cats Performance Plus. Mission mighty, keep it tidy. Shop now at tidycats.com.
All right. No, still no. Man, I don't know what's going on with these sound effects that you can't hear them.
Right. Well, and then like the droid sounds at the beginning are very quiet. I just basically wait till you to look at me, and then I know we're back.
Well, darn.
Penguin, did you hear the blaster and then the Wilhelm scream?
No, not at all.
See, like when I'm on Tom's shows, it's the same thing. Like I can't hear half of the sound clip when he plays them. I don't know if it's something to do with OBS or what. So that's what I'm assuming. But yeah. So Siege of Mandalore. Yeah, Mandalore is kind of in a rough spot where we are in this point in time into the series. Because this is obviously after Clone Wars, so there was a giant siege at the end of the Clone Wars, which we do see in Season 7, or in Season 6.
A little bit
of Season 6. Mainly Season 7, because, Ahsoka has that freaking awesome fight with Maul, and I can't get over that fight. That fight's amazing. It was completely choreographed with, like, legitimate people.
Right. And that is what ends up putting the Siege of Mandalore is what it really ends up putting the Saxon clan up for a lot of power there. And then they take that from Bo-Katan during the Empire, and the Saxon clan gets established there, and the Mandalorian becomes under Imperial rule, and then that brings us to Rebels, where there's the second Siege of Mandalore.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's called the Second Siege, because that's when Sabine goes back to the planet, right, and tries to reunite all the clans again because she has the Darksaber,
right, which is where she then gifts the Darksaber to Bo-Katan.
Yes.
To rule Mandalore.
And and y'all might be wondering, is like, wait a minute, don't you have to win it by combat? Yes.
You do.
But...
so at some point off screen, I don't think we've ever seen it even in a comic.
Not yet.
Moff Gideon comes to Mandalore to basically, and he basically glasses the planet, like completely sieges it. He casts down Bo-Katan. He takes the Darksaber from her and effectively becomes the leader of Mandalore by that, until he loses it to Din Djarin in season 2 of Mando.
Yep. Yeah.
And we don't really know. Again, I don't know. Ben, you've done the research. We don't really know where Mandalore and the Mandalorians are sequel trilogy time.
Like, what do you mean? Like the actual Mandalore leader?
Like, we don't know anything about them by the time of the sequel trilogy.
Oh, yes.
They're not a player in the Resistance. Din Djarin, like that whole thing that we see in Mando season 1 and 2 is really all we see of the Mandalorians post Return of the Jedi.
And what I have a feeling is probably is going to happen, because Jon Favreau did confirm the Mandalorian series will connect up to the sequel series. So I have a feeling that even though we don't know where Mandalore is at currently in like the sequel trilogy at this point in time, we'll get that fleshed out, because I believe that's what they'll do with Mandalore or Mandalorian, the show, to add more lore to the Mandalorians up to the sequel trilogy. Because compared to Legends, there's a lot of like, there's a lot of stuff pre or post return and quote unquote sequel trilogy that Mandalorian and Mandalore has in Legends. Because like Boba Fett becomes the new Mandalore in Legends. So, and he reunites the clans and everything and all that fun stuff.
I will say that we do know, if you look very closely, if you pause the image in Rise of Skywalker of all the ships arising at Exegol, you can see a Razor Crest in there.
Yes. And that was before Mandalorian aired.
No.
Was it not?
It was not, because they were all like, you have to watch the end. You have to watch certain episodes of Mandalorian before you went and saw Rise of Skywalker, because it introduced Force healing.
I'm pretty sure
Like episode 9 and 10 came out before Rise of Skywalker.
Did it?
Yes.
What?
They came out the same, like, because so Mandalorian season 1 came out in like October of 2018 or 2019. And then Rise of Skywalker came out that Christmas.
Well, huh. Holy crap.
Yeah.
It's been it's been like 4 years, so it's kind of like hard to like remember everything. I did not realize Mando came out. I completely forgot it came out literally 1 month before Rise of Skywalker.
Yep.
Because that's before the world went to crap.
Yeah, and so it was very interesting because, yeah.
Yeah, and then we also have the in Force Awakens we have the Mandalorian
banner.
Mythosaurus banner.
Mm-hmm.
And at a Takodana.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah.
So with that, Penguin, kind of like what kind of do you hope for out of this Mando season 3?
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to having more Mandalorians. I do want to see more Bo-Katan. I'm a fan of her. But definitely more Mandalorians, and them maybe trying to rebuild Mandalore. Something along those lines.
Yeah, I mean that's all possibility. I mean, from what we can tell, at least like there's a clan or a group of Mandalorians that's having conflict with someone, because we see them drop out of a ship. So maybe that is on Mandalore. Maybe they're trying to retake parts of the planet, or maybe they're trying to expand their territory like they used to in the days of old, where they would conquer planets and whatnot. That's always possible. I doubt that's the case though, because their own planet's kind of like messed up pretty heavily. It's hard to say. I mean, with Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, they like to tease a lot of stuff, but don't tell you anything whatsoever until like the show drops.
Right.
So, like, hey, here's this, like, you see this thing in the corner of the screen. And I was like, hey, there's this. And then, like, it's like, oh, that's awesome. What, like, that's from this. What's it going to do is, nothing. What?
Yeah, I just really want it to be about Mandalorians and not about Grogu. I love that little green guy.
That's fair.
But
focus more on, the actual Mandalorian, where the show's named after. Compare, like, yeah, it's cool. We have little baby Yoda, Grogu, which is awesome. But, like, I'm sorry, a lot of the conflict was with the guy who's carrying him around.
Right.
It'd be cool to see him doing more bounty hunter stuff, honestly.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
I kind of hard with the ship, though.
Yeah, I could actually see that he do bounty hunter stuff, like, for the first, 4 or 5 episodes of the season, and then the last, 2 to 4 episodes of the season are focused mainly on Mandalore.
Could see that. Or, I mean, him and the armor are not, best friends anymore. What if the Children of the Watch try to go to war with him?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Well, there's only him and Paz Vizsla. There's only 2 of them.
Well, I mean, are they the last of the Children of the Watch? I thought there were more.
Yes, because they're all dead when they go to... when they return to Navarra in season 1. Armor's the only one behind, and she's like, they're all dead.
Okay. Crap.
Because they basically they reveal themselves to help Din escape.
That's right. I remember that. I completely forgot they all died. Yeah, Jon Favreau's character is alive, though.
Yes.
Because Jon Favreau. What do you think, Penguin?
I think bounty hunting stuff would be cool. He definitely would need a new ship. I'm honestly, I've never been a fan of the Naboo Starfighter. It just seems very soft and unpractical as far as starfighters go. But that's just my opinion. I think he'd do better with some sort of gunship, maybe the size of the Razor Crest, maybe a little bigger, but
yeah. Okay, get it like a gunship, or even like maybe a freighter, kind of like the Millennium Falcon, or something along those lines. I would say probably a gunship like he had prior, because of the storage compartments he could have. Yeah, I mean, he might get a new ship. Maybe towards the end of the season, I would imagine. If anything, if they want to do something, they're going to highly market that Naboo Starfighter in a major way. They're going to market the crap out of it.
Maybe they are not the great. They have not. Disney has not done good on toys.
Well, I know. Fair point. Sorry, Disney. Get your marketing team up to snuff. Hey, Hasbro's been doing decent. Has been doing good with the Black Series, though. You can't deny that.
It's true. I'm mad at Hasbro though, so I can't give them anything.
Oh no, what they do? Are you talking about the Wizard? They revoked all that.
Yes, I know, but I'm still mad at them for trying in the first place.
All right, that's fair. That's understandable. Now, they revoked all of that. And if nobody knows, Hasbro tried to do a shady thing with trying to get everybody who uses the D&D 5e edition of the rule set for any other, different games, and have, all those pay royalties to Wizards of the Coast, because they were using their own rule sets, even though it was a free format. And they randomly, hey, we need more money, so we're going to charge everyone. Wizards of the Coast, you make enough money with Magic the Gathering. You don't need to charge more for D&D. Just saying. That's my opinion.
Anyway.
They charge a whole mortgage for a Magic deck. They don't need
Exactly. You don't need anything else, Wizards.
I'm just glad I never got into Magic.
Good. I haven't either.
I don't even allow the Magic the Gathering content in my D&D games.
Fair enough. But anyway, since this is not the D&D Lorecast, Star Wars. So yeah, like, I don't know. Mando Season 3 is going to be like, it's shrouded in mystery. We get little glimpses here and there. The only thing we really know is, okay, Jin and Grogu are going to Mandalore. They're going to do something there. More Mandalorians are going to be in the show, which I assume means probably going to be on Mandalore. And we get another, old-fashioned Order 66 scene, because we totally need another one. After the one we got in Mando Season 1, Season 2, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Those 3 shows.
At least the one.
Bad Batch. Oh, I forgot. Oh, and Bad Batch.
Clone Wars Season 7.
Fair point. Yeah, we got enough Order 66. It's just
what all those shows have in common?
They're all made by Dave Filoni.
Yep.
And yeah, it's something else. I mean, we'll probably get a little bit more on Grogu's backstory, who smuggled him out of the temple, kind of a thing. That's what I'm assuming that scene's going to be about.
Probably.
Yeah, who knows? This season, it starts in a month. Well, in a month and... Yeah, a month. March 1st. It drops on March 1st, so it's in a month. So,
Ben, do you have a Mandalorian helmet?
I don't. The only thing Star Wars headwear I have is I have a Sith Acolyte mask.
Oh, from Old Republic?
Yeah. That's the only thing I have headwear for Star Wars. I got plenty of 2 lightsabers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 2 lightsabers, 2 holocrons, droid. Yeah, I don't have anything Mandalorian though. I want his blaster. I do want his blaster pistol. I want one.
The pistol?
Yeah, I want his blaster pistol from the show because I use that in the Old Republic MMO, and I want my Jedi cosplay to have that on my hip.
Yes. I have his Black Series from Season 1.
Oh, before his full Beskar?
Yeah, so the brown armor with the rifle and the blaster.
And that's the other thing I want to buy the Nerf Ambien blaster rifle they have. It's a full-size breech load Nerf blaster rifle, 1-on-1 scale from Mandalorian.
Wow.
It's sadly not in the colors you want it to be, but there's paint for a reason.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can always paint that.
Exactly.
So
be ready to disintegrate those Jawas.
Coming soon will be Ben's Mandalorian cosplay.
No, I don't know. That's too much. That is way too much. You know how much it is to get a freaking Mandalorian cosplay? I mean, you have to 3D print the entire thing, and that's just way too much.
You gotta commit, man. Go big.
That's why I'm doing a Sith and a Jedi cosplay. That's the most I will touch probably with Star Wars. I'm currently already working on another cosplay right now, okay? It's for Dragon Age.
I know.
Yeah. The staff's almost done.
Oh, it's exciting. All right. Any last thoughts about the Mando Season 3 trailer?
Kind of curious if we're going to get anything in Jedi Survivor now that will connect to Mando, because it's during.
Apparently,
it's during. It's going to be during Obi-Wan. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we could see something with Rebels. Maybe. Who knows?
Well, it's interesting to me. No, I think it's later than that, because the tie-in novel has the 5th brother in it. as like a deserter.
As a deserter?
Yeah, like here, for all of you who don't know, let me read you the description of. There is a tie-in novel, for all of you who don't know, between Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor called Jedi Battle Scars. Okay. Publisher summary. Cal Kestis has built a new life for himself with the crew of the Mantis. Sorry, you got Mantis. Together, Cal's crew has brought down bounty hunters, defeated Inquisitors, and even evaded Darth Vader himself. More importantly, Marin, Seer, and Grease and faithful droid BD-1 are the closest thing Cal has to a family since the fall of the Jedi Order. Even as the galaxy's future grows more uncertain by the day, with each blow struck against the Empire, the Mantis crew grows more daring. On what should be a routine mission, they meet a stormtrooper determined to chart her own course with the help of Cal and the crew. In exchange for helping start a new life, the Imperial deserter brings word from a powerful, potential, invaluable tool for the fight against the Empire. And even better, she can help them get to it. The only catch is their pursuit by the fifth brother. So I read too fast. So I thought the Imperial deserter was the fifth brother.
Oh, gotcha.
But so it probably is during Obi-Wan.
Because it's set in 9 AB or 9 BBY. So that is the same timeline as Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's set during the same year. Is the book out?
No, it comes out like March 7th or something like that.
Okay. So, it gives me a month to listen to it because now, sadly enough, we have to announce Jedi Survivor was pushed back to April 28th, which sucks.
I know it comes on Kindle on March 7th. I don't know when the audiobook comes.
Well, I'll be looking forward to it whenever. Yeah. Hopefully it'll be out. And, I know I saw that we dropped Penguin. He dropped, sadly.
Oh no, we lost him.
We lost Penguin.
Oh no. Well, thank you all for listening to the Holocron Histories podcast. He comes back.
And may the Force be with you.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Holocron Histories, Star Wars Canon versus Legends. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net. You can also follow us on Twitter at SWHoloHistories and contact us at holocronhistories@gmail.com.